Welcome to my channel. If you are joining me for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please don't scroll past yet. Listen to what I have to say. I'm sure you're going to be thoroughly blessed. You're going to learn a thing or two. So let's go to today's story. What brought me today? While you are scrolling past and you saw me, what am I going to tell you today? Just pay close attention. The economic situation is biting hard. Everybody is groaning. But we have come through a long way. Hard times has always been a part of humanity. We have gone through hard times before now. And we survived it. That's why we say it's the survival of the fittest. It's never meant to be rosy. It's never meant to be easy. It's never meant to be sweet. It's never meant to be just now. You're supposed to fight, struggle, work, cope, whatever, however, just to survive. It's always been like that. And the situation we have today is not as bad as those in the Bible where women had to donate their children to cook and to eat. Every generation have at one time or the other experienced some hardships, both economic, personal, family hardship. Now, let me digress a little. The people of the Southeast, why it looks like they are not feeling the heat of the present economic hardship, not that they're not experiencing it, but they don't seem to be bothered about it, is because they have come through a lot. I was born after the war. If you were not born during the war, if you didn't experience the war, every child from the Southeast, whether born during the war or after the war, must have been told the stories of the war and the after effect, the aftermath. So people like us that were born after the war, we saw the hardship that our parents and the people of the Southeast had to endure. So already it is built in us to endure hardship. You understand? So that's why for those people those of us who have survived it, we see this present situation as nothing. Like I said before, you cannot compare it with the hardship or that made women to begin to cook their own babies and eat turn by turn. So this particular situation, we also overcome it. Now let me tell you something. When Buhari came into power, I was like, oh God, how will we survive this? That was 8-9 years ago. Then a mudu of rice was 250. Immediately that man came into power. Within a week, a mudu of rice rose to 450. I was bothered because I have a large family, little kids, large family, and I was like, how are we going to cope with this situation? But do you know what? Within that 8 years of Buhari's APC regime, we were able to build our own house. That's number one. We were able to buy cars. We were able to send our children to the university. At a time, we had 4 children in the university. 4, do you know what that means? All this happened within that 4 years that I was worried that, like, how are we going to cope with this man's regime? That a mudu of rice rose from 250 naira to 450 naira within a week. And it has risen steadily over the years. Today, a mudu of rice is 2,600. That is the cheapest one. A bag of rice rose from, I remember then, a bag of rice. I remember 5 years ago, a bag of rice was 17,000 naira. Because I have a book where I write everything. I have a detailed book where I write the expenses I make over the years. From 17,000 naira today, a bag of rice is 80,000. But within that period, I told you what I've been able to do, and it has built my faith. I'm going to share with you in this video what to do when you see that the situation is looking hopeless, and you'll be like, where do I go from here? We've been through it all. There were times you will not see the regular 3 square meals to eat, and sometimes you will not even see 2. If it is only one you saw to eat that day, you and your family, eat it and drink plenty of water. That you didn't eat for a day or 2 days, you will not die. Your body will only feel the pressure. But let me tell you, Igbo people say, Nkiruka, what is coming ahead of you is better than what has gone past or what you're experiencing now. Life, listen, no condition is permanent. Life goes from up to down, down to up. The point is that as you are going up, learn the lesson there and try to maintain that stability so that when the next phase of your life comes, you will not go down. So stay with me on this video. If you have not clicked on the subscribe button, please do that, because I'm going to be teaching you a lot of things that you need to know that will help you to keep life going. Okay, let's take it one by one. Number one, in these present economic challenges, and as always, focus on your primary need, the family's primary need, which is food, clothing, and shelter. Now, food is the primary thing among the three primary needs. As long as you have food, you are a rich man at this moment. And then condition yourself and your family that 3 square meals is not a rule, it's not a law. Nowhere was it written that everybody or anyone must eat 3 square meals. 2 square meals is okay. If you have 2 to eat, go ahead. I think the problem is that we have been conditioned to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you don't eat 3 times a day, you will not die. But it's the conditioning of the mind. So now that the situation is like this, recondition your mind. Recondition your mind that you cannot eat twice a day. Maybe breakfast and dinner, or lunch and dinner, and let your family migrate from eating 3 times a day to 2 times a day. And then any day that's only once you see to eat, let them live with it. It's going to take a little while. It's going to be a little bit hard, but it's possible. Okay, nobody's going to die for eating one. Any day that you have abundance to eat, please by all means enjoy it. If a day comes when you can afford to slaughter chicken, kill cow, kill goats, and enjoy yourself and your family, please maximize that opportunity and enjoy yourself. Then also, any day you have only crayfish to use and cook, it's just only garri to drink, only white yam to eat, nothing else, please enjoy it. Let every day be as special as the day gone by. Please bring your children up that way. Number 2, so we are created in such a way that we are not just only made to adapt, but to overcome. It's inbuilt. God has put it in us. The universe knows how to take care of us. That is why if you survived the war, you survived hardship, here you are today. Now, there was a time that a brand new Peugeot 505 or 504 was 300 naira. But then, not everybody was able to afford that Peugeot 300 naira, brand new chassis. But now, those same people, over time, I'm speaking this one from experience. Now, there are people, those same people can afford a car of 5 million, a car of 10 million. There was a time that teachers don't even have this thing. Their salary cannot buy them a car. They are seen as the poorest people in society. But today, a teacher can afford to buy a car of 5 million. So the universe knows how to take care of its own people. All you need to do, just like I continue on this video, you will understand the things that you need to do so that you will live to overcome. If you despair, if you give up, you break down, you likely not going to experience the overcoming that naturally God has programmed us to overcome. So let's go to number 3. The third thing that you need to do: avoid frivolous spending. Anything that is not necessary, impulse buying, avoid it. Don't even go there. Buy only what is necessary for that moment, for that time. Which number again? Let me not be calling it by number. Suspend all projects. In this situation right now, the most important thing is food and health. If you are able to take care of this important. Okay, did I even mention housing? I'm speaking because I have my personal house. Sorry about that. So like I said before, the primary need is food, clothing, and shelter. Secure your feeding, then secure your shelter. Clothing is not an everyday thing. You can wear the set of clothes you have now for the next 2 years until things become stabilized. But secure your feeding and your accommodation. If you pay rent, make sure that your rent, if it is monthly, make sure you have that sorted out. If it is yearly, make sure you have that sorted out, so that you will not be thrown out of your house. So I think I'm done with that. Number 4, do not overwork yourself. Because of the need to make more money to be able to meet the needs, to up your, okay, fuel is now from 168 naira to 1,000 naira. You want to work three jobs, or work all through the day, so that you can have more money to buy more things or to meet the needs. Hey, brother, sister, you will just kill yourself. Please find a time to work and rest. The little you have made, enjoy it. It is not by working too hard or working too much that makes people make the money. No, don't grow up with that mentality. Number what right now? Number 5. Let's go to number 5. Even the politicians are crying. Those who used to give out 10,000 naira to their constituency members, now they have to give 50,000. And if they were people that are paying scholarship for, everything has tripled. So, and they are also buying the same fuel. They are also buying the same fuel. I don't know, but everybody, if I say right now, the rich are also crying. I'm working with some politicians, and I see them complain every day, just like me and you. Look at now that they increase electricity tariff. Band A is mostly the people at the top, the rich men who are living in highbrow areas. They are complaining. Imagine buying 5,000 naira electricity and you're having 5 units. So everybody's complaining. Yes, so don't overthink. You cannot solve any problem by overthinking. This is the time that if you know you have savings, you have been saving for years. Now, if there's need for you to go and touch that savings, please go and touch the savings. Because what we are doing right now in this country is survival. Everything we are doing now is to survive. So if there's need for you to touch the savings you have been saving for the past 10 years, you can touch it. You have not done anything wrong. After all, savings is for a time of emergency like this. So which number are we now? Number 6. Do not overthink. Very, very important. Bible says, how many of you by thinking can add a cubit to your life? How many of you by thinking can even make your one strand of your hair to grow? So avoid overthinking, because by overthinking you are going to be harming your health, and you're going to tamper with your happiness. As much as you can, try to be happy. You're not the only one suffering the economic situation. Everybody is suffering. Even the rich right now are crying. Now look at a politician or a senator who used to give out 10,000 naira to their constituency members. Now they have to give 50,000. And if they were people that are paying scholarship for, everything has tripled. So, and they are also buying the same fuel. They are also buying the same fuel. I don't know, but everybody, if I say right now, the rich are also crying. I am number 7. Don't lose hope. Like I said when I started this video, I said, life has always been hard. God never promised us a life that is free of trouble, that is a highway or free of success. No, there must always be hardship. So trust in God with all your heart. All right? So let's go to number 8. Avoid anger and anything that will cause anger and quarrel in your home, in the office. Right now, Nigerians are angry. Any small thing, somebody will just begin to para anyhow on the street, even in your house, in your spouse. Small thing, they are angry. Please try to maintain peace as much as possible. Try to calm your spouses down, okay? On the street, if anybody gets angry and they want to, please just, then you begin to have, maybe now you have a little altercation and they begin to like, oh yeah, they want to fight you, and then maybe ordinary push, you push the person fall down and the person die. You will not leave the economic situation we are fighting. The fuel increase we are talking about, high cost of food we are talking about, and begin to face murder charges that you kill somebody. And not that you fought the person, or you just push them hand, or even slap them. Only slap, the person fall down and die. They'll say you have killed person. So if anybody is looking for your trouble, I beg, gently find your way and go. Please tell this to your children, to your family members, to your friends. Avoid fights, I beg. The next on the line, avoid going to certain places that you usually go to enjoy yourself before. Parties, weddings. Ashwebi, there was this Ashwebi that they said I should come and do 45,000. So I know they do. 45,000 can buy me half bag of rice. If coming to the if I don't have to, if I won't come to the wedding because I don't have the ashebi, please, I will not go. Yes, even ashebi 5,000, I know they do. Not that I cannot afford it, but it's not the most important thing. If you come to my box, I have different ashebi. I say I know they buy again. If my daughter is going to do wedding or my children are going to do wedding, I might not do ashebi because I know how it is for everybody's house. So avoid going to these parties, those your drinking joints, you hang out with your friends and spend so much money drinking bottles of beer. Avoid it. The main important thing right now is food, shelter, health, then education. In fact, as at now, if you don't have money to put your... See, I'm not telling you what I have not done, though. These are things I have done. You hear me? There was a time my children did not go to school for 1 year because that time we had a fire accident. My whole house got burnt. So we had to relocate to a new place and to start life afresh. They didn't go to school for 1 year. And they didn't, when they finally went back to school, they didn't even miss, it was like they didn't miss anything. Today, in fact, it's not even a story, it's not even a big deal. Your children missing school for 1 year. It doesn't concern you and your neighbor. Do you think your neighbor, okay, because your neighbor say, hey, they can't even afford to send their children to school. It concerns you. All right, so let's go to the next point. Avoid bad news, shocking news. Especially if you have high blood pressure. Even if you don't have high blood pressure, some of you might not even know that you have high blood pressure. Avoid bad news and shocking news. In fact, run far away from it. Instead, if always listen to music, always dance, always watch comedies, anything that will make you to laugh. You know, Shina Peter sang one song, say, dance, 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 and forget your sorrow. Hey, dance, dance, dance. And that's why I love Yoruba people. They like Owambe, happiness all the time. Jekajo, Jekajo, Ijosa, Shino, oh yeah. No, go to, just, if you don't know what else to do, just on music in your house and be dancing. Be dancing. You and your children be dancing. No concern anybody. Now you know how to cope. Now coping mechanism be that. Do you understand me? Okay, let's go to these are the things I have done, no. You know, say, my people say, if you they look old man, you know, go believe say you don't suck breast. If they look old woman, you know, go no believe say there was a time there were children, babies, and they suck breast. We pass through these things. Okay, so I'm teaching you from experience. Let's go to the next point. I want you to know that life is short. Yes, life is hard, but it's also short. Enjoy the best of it. Enjoy every moment you have. Because it's not only that people sleep and wake up, they don't wake up, or that people had heart attack and died. You can just step out of your house. God forbid. Haven't you heard that somebody just step out of his house and had an accident?
Your children in school for this new session. Let them wait until you have the money.
Around 5 o'clock,
nobody will
just
die.
Stepped out to go and buy a recharge card. That was those days that you don't buy recharge online. She just stepped out to go and buy a recharge card, though. And so we hear say Elizabeth, machine knock them down, it don't die. So my brothers, my sisters, enjoy the little moments you have with your spouses, with your children, with your friends, with your colleagues. I think a word is enough for the wise. Okay, let me go to the last one. This is the time to draw close to God. Anyhow you want to do it. Draw closer to God. In fact, religion is a coping mechanism. Religion makes people to survive hardship. It makes them to cope well. Going to church and dancing and singing and listening to the word of God, going to the mosque and hearing the imam preach, gives you courage, gives you hope, gives you the ability to keep pushing and keep pushing. Okay? And don't forget that this too will pass. This situation will pass. The time that fuel was 20 naira, people were crying. In fact, when rice was 50 kobo, not every family can afford to buy rice and cook. I remember those days we cook rice only once on a Sunday. We survived the Buhari regime, Ebola time, we survived COVID. We will survive this one too. So do not let your heart be troubled. We will survive it. It will pass. This too will pass. Yes, it will pass. Repeat it after me. This too will pass. By this time next year, you remember I told you that this too will pass. It will pass. Thank you and God bless. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button right now. If you have not followed me on Facebook, please follow me on Facebook. Drop a comment and drop a reaction. Love you guys all.